it's Bridgette. Hi, it's Bridgette. Welcome to Above Life channel. We're live, I think. First live stream ever. I got to check my technical stuff, so you got to bear with me. Plugged my mic in. Want to see if it's working right. Let's see. Can you please give me a thumbs up or let me know if you can hear me okay? I want to test my microphone. It seems like it's working, but I'm not 100% sure. Can you let me know if you can hear me okay? Wow, this is pretty great. Hi. Hey, everyone. Hope you can hear me. I'm just trying to check the stats on my mic. It looks like it's working. I think it is. You are watching Above Life channel. The purpose here is to inspire your spirit and to fill you up with hope. I'm coming at you today on this day of love, this Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to you. I am going to try to work out some of the bugs here on the whole live stream content. I'm actually using my laptop, so it's a little different for me. Usually I use a camera or my phone, so I'm going to have to check to see if I'm not looking at you. Don't take it personal. I think the camera's here, right about here, somewhere here. Here, okay. Hi. Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and whenever you're watching this, whether it's not on Valentine's Day or not, I'm sending you just a whole ton of love. I wanted to let you know here at Above Life channel, I had posted a video last week to ask for your requests for who you love, who you wanted me to be able to channel. And so today I did that. I actually chose Selena and channeled her and shared that video with you. So that's live and available for everybody to watch. So thank you. I'm still going through all the comments. There were so many, and I do appreciate that. Some really great suggestions. So I'm going to kind of hang out here for just a little bit to see if anybody pops in and wants to chat or to say hello. This is kind of a surprise. Hi, I'm here. I think I'm doing this right. I hope so. So can you hear me? Yes or no? Yes, it looks like you can. I'm looking to see if I can view comments, live stream comments. And also I've got my phone handy, so I'm going to take a peek here. See if I can see this myself. Oh, here I am. Oh, I am live. Good. 24 people are watching right now? Oh my goodness. 24 people are watching right now? Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh, I can see the chat in here. Oh, I can see the chat in here. Come on, you guys. We're just trying this, all right? So let's see. Oh my goodness. So there's all these comments here. So I got to figure out how to put comments on here so I can see you guys. Let's see. If I accidentally stop, I was going to say hang up on you. Don't be offended. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see here. I don't see it's not showing up on here. I wonder why that is. Live chat. There we go. Oh, yes. Okay, you guys, I'm pretty smart. Most of the time I can figure out technical stuff, but not always. So, all right, so I'm going to put my brand new glasses on. You guys haven't seen me before. My new glasses. Had to get some extra ampage here in the glasses department. I just celebrated a birthday last week. And so some of you will kind of giggle at that. Okay, I'm going to check out some of your comments. This is a say hello video. I'm test driving this feature of a live stream and see how you guys like it at Above Life channel. You might not know if you haven't followed my work before, but I have done live streams before, just not on YouTube. I've done them on I don't know why I'm whispering. I can hear my microphone. All right, so let me just take a peek here and see. Oh, I see some thumbs up. Hi, Bridgette. Hope you're having a brilliant day. Thank you so much. If you guys can post in the comments, will you post where you're from? And I'll give you a shout out. I would love to see where you're from, what part of the world or the states that you're from. It'd be great. Hi from the UK. Oh, I love you guys over there. I love the United Kingdom. Someday I hope to visit. I truly do. It is on my bucket list and it's going to happen. It will happen. Maybe we should do a meetup there. Wouldn't that be fun? I would love to meet you guys. Everything's going well. Happy Love Day. Yes, yes, Love Day. Happy Love Day, everyone. Another hi from the UK. Good videos. Thank you. Oh, Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I know. So many people love him. It's easy to see why. He's so wonderful. I agree with you 100%. Hello from California. Hi, California. I'm coming out to California. It's one of my favorite places. I actually have lots of relatives there in Southern California, so I've been there before, but I haven't been there for a few years. It's been a while. And I'm coming out in June. I have a retreat that I'm attending there. Trying to keep up with everyone here. Nice to see you. Thank you. Hi from Oregon, Canada. Hey, Canada neighbors. Oh, you guys have a nice looking prime minister over there. I think it's called prime minister, not president, right? Oh, Trudeau, I believe. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're so envious. Hello from England. Hello. Ooh, Derby, England. Cool. Austria. Hi. Oh, I think it's so beautiful that we can connect here. Isn't that just so beautiful? That we can connect from all over the place. Places where we would never be able to meet because of technology. Isn't that just such a cool thing? That's so cool to me. I think that is not wasted on me how beautiful that is. I love you back. Thank you so much. George Michael around. Yeah. I knew that would happen. You guys go ahead and share who your favorites are. Tell me who your favorite videos are. Yes, I know Freddie's one, and you can put Freddie heart, love, XOXO. He's so great. He's here, by the way. He's present. Hello. He's like, hello. In fact, he's the one. Okay, so I got to tell you a Freddie story, you guys. So I got one for each of my kids. Just these little styrofoam heart things. I actually got them in a gift yesterday, a belated birthday present. Came in the mail, but I know she sent them because for these. But so I put them in a vase, and I have them as decoration for us. Little ambiance here to enjoy the day, the Valentine's Day. And of course, I have some roses for my birthday, so I still have some beautiful ones to share with you too. But so here's the story, the Freddie story. So this morning. Okay, let's dial back to yesterday. I spent like the whole morning yesterday channeling, and I was not going to channel because I don't know if you follow the news at all, but in my part of the world, in Minnesota, where I live in the United States, the upper Midwest, yes, close to the Canadian border. Actually, I'm probably about 5 hours from the border of Canada, so I'm still a drive from Canada for the Canadian that's watching, but it has been really snowy here. That's expected in the winter, but more snowy than usual. As in Sunday, we got like 8 inches. Monday, no snow. Tuesday, we got dumped on at least 9 inches. And I live in the country, so I have a bit of a long driveway, about 200 plus feet, mind you. And our neighbor, the guy up the big hill with the big tractor that usually plows us out, decided to go to Arizona for 10 days. So guess who was outside with a shovel, literally shoveling the driveway. Now, not just 2 days, not just Sunday and Wednesday, but last week we also got dumped on as well. Just so happens the day after he left, we got dumped on. So I've been shoveling a lot. So I was tired. Bridgette was tired yesterday, very tired. So after all the kids got off to school, I was scared that my daughter, who's 17, she drives to school about 30 minutes. I was afraid that we weren't going to get her little tiny Toyota Corolla out of the driveway. So I was up at like 5 a.m. shoveling the driveway. And my husband helps. He's been great helping too. It's not just Bridgette. But it's kind of a thing, you know, you're like, I can do this. I'm shoveling the driveway to clear everything out. Husband has to leave for work. I'm the only one that doesn't leave the house to go to work. So I'm out there shoveling, right? So she gets out of the driveway, everything's fine. I finally am like, I can relax, and the snowplow goes by. The snowplow goes by, it shoves all that snow right back into the end of the driveway, and it's heavy. So I'm out there shoveling, trying to clear that away. It's kind of therapeutic, though. I'm not really complaining about the shoveling. It does wear on the shoulders a bit and the low back a little bit. However, it's definitely good exercise, and it's beautiful. So I was exhausted, that's my point. So I'm like, I was thinking about actually staying in my jammies. I had plenty of business work to do. I have to continue some research and trying to choose a new vendor for email software that I'm using, and looking into different softwares to use to just enhance my connection capabilities in my work. And so I've been doing lots of research, and that means reading stuff, blogs, watching videos, right? So I thought, oh, I'll just do that later. And I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I just wanted to rest. So I'm checking messages, social media, and Freddie says, you gonna put makeup on? I'm like, what? What? No, it wasn't. And I'm thinking, oh, I must, I should kind of get going, at least get out of my jammies here, my sweats, wash my face, brush the teeth, the whole kind of thing, to be a little presentable, even to myself and the 4 dogs that are in the room right now with me, who hang out with me during the day. They're like my staff, they're like ambience, nice environment here for me to work in all day long when nobody else is home and working. And so I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, I probably need to, I must look like crap since he said something. So I go in and, wash my face, whatever, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, I'll put makeup on. So I put makeup on, and then I'm like, well, I could feel this kind of momentum building, because it's not always that somebody will just pop in and like, hi, how's it going to me? That's really not always how spirit works. I mean, sometimes it does. And apparently, once I have a rapport with an energy in the afterlife that I feel comfortable with, then they can kind of pop in like that a little bit. Because, let's be clear, you guys, let's be clear. I don't want you to think they kind of haunt me. They don't. We have to be open. You and I have to be open to receiving the connection and communication. Like, the phone can't be off the hook, is what I'm trying to say. And so I obviously wasn't. I must have been open, because that's my normal work time. So I was kind of open. I must have been. I should have probably just been meditating, but I wasn't. And I could feel the momentum building. So I knew, I was like, oh, so I'm getting like excerpts in my mind, songs are coming forward. And I don't have a huge library of songs in my head, as you all know. I'm not a super huge music mega fan or anything like that. I like music, of course I do, lots of varieties. I like so many different varieties of music, but I'm not like a mega fan. I don't, devour it. And I'm getting all these songs, and they're Queen songs, and they're just excerpts, lines from the song. And I thought it was because, well, so yesterday was Wednesday. I thought, well, maybe this is still my hangover from Saturday when I went and saw Bohemian Rhapsody. Finally, February 9th, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, it was for my birthday. My husband's like, we really need to see the movie, Bridgette. We really should see. I'm like, okay. So we go out. It's like 20 bazillion degrees below zero. There's like 8 people in the movie theater, and it's very cold. And at noon, so much ambiance, not really. We go to the movie theater and watch it. So I thought it was kind of maybe just lingering, because I had been feeling him so much after the movie. And it was kind of a weird weekend I had. And I did a video about this, you guys, that I will be sharing, I don't know when, next week or the week after or something, about my response to the Bohemian Rhapsody movie and kind of how it felt and that kind of thing to me. And Freddie and I have a conversation about it as I'm processing it. And so then, this is Wednesday now. So like, I recorded the video on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I'm like, okay, you can put makeup on. I'm like, okay. And that means I got to be presentable. So I'm thinking, okay. So I'm like, set up the camera, get everything ready, because clearly we're going to have a conversation, and I want to capture it so you guys can watch, right? Because it's awesome. And I want to share it with you. I really, sincerely, I want to share when I connect with celebrities in the afterlife. And it's totally normal for me. It's like no big deal. And I recognize that that's not the case for everybody. I want to share that with you. And I mean, after all, this is my work too. This is my life, my livelihood, my work, my purpose, my mission is to connect. I am a bridge, and that's my name, right? Bridgette, yeah. And so I wanted to share it with you, so I captured that. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was like a marathon. I did 3 videos with him yesterday. I'm like, these are getting long, Freddie. We're gonna have to do multiple ones. He's like, I've got nothing but time. He's like, he always like, he's so funny because of the time thing is funny. Like he's like eternal, you know, like he's a spirit. He's like, oh, I got nothing but time. It's you that has the time thing. You're the one that has the problem with time. I got time. He's like, I got time. So we had wonderful conversations. It was fabulous. I actually commented on one of your comments on the who do you love? Who do you want me to channel video? Someone had commented, hey, you should probably do Freddie because everybody wants Freddie. And I commented to that person. Thank you for your comments, by the way. See, I do read them. I know, I actually read them, right? When I can. I try to do it, check in about once a week and try to get through as many comments as I possibly can. And I made a comment back to you saying, hey, well, yeah, I actually had a video yesterday that I recorded that I interviewed with Freddie. He talked about soulmates. And I had another one that Freddie and then Jim Hutton came in, and I interviewed them together. We talked together. It was primarily about Jim, I would say, and his perspective, but Freddie was there and they talked together. It was very amicable. And we did also talk about Mary Austin. And I asked about all that stuff because Freddie and I like, he's super open book about stuff. Like he's open. He's so open. And if you followed my work for the last few years, you know that when I first started doing channeling, I channeled Prince. And that was a whole interesting, weird thing, how that all happened. That was never intentional. I never signed up consciously to do that. It just kind of unfolded. But of course, I will acknowledge there must be some level of recognition within me and my spirit that had agreed to do that, or that had maybe wanted to or presented myself to do that, but I wasn't conscious of it. And so that's a whole big thing. If you want that backstory, if you love Prince in the afterlife, go check out the purplemedium.com website. That's my website that I started, and I kind of started it like anonymously because I have a whole business. You guys have been doing this for this year, 15 years it'll be. I've been doing psychic work, empowerment coaching. I don't even know how to label myself. Psychic medium, yes. I'm also a clear. I work in healing energy. I mean, do a lot of stuff, right? And because just like Freddie, I would get so bored. Are you kidding me? If I did the same thing all the time, come on. Got to constantly be just evolving and growing, right? We're constant learners and really challenging ourselves to be better. And many artists, many musicians, many actors, many actresses are like that too, have that same kind of level of challenge yourself, be better, be better, be better. So if you're interested in that, how it all started with Prince, and that's how it started, you can check out the purplemedium.com website, and I actually have a blog there. So if you're a mega Prince fan, look at the blog. There's a page that says blog, and you can go back to the very beginning, which is where April 2016, right after he died, I started to record stuff. I didn't share it until a couple of months later, but I started to record all this stuff because it was just coming in. I was having conversations with him. I was channeling him. So I have tons of audios, and all that stuff's free. You can go and just devour it if that's something, or binge it this weekend if you want to do that. So that's kind of how it started, you guys. Oh, my nose is a little bit itchy here. Let's see. Let me just take a peek at the chat window. Yes, and so Freddie is here. His vibe is here. If you feel it, it's because he's right around the area. So I couldn't, and just so you know, I was thinking, so I'm going to do a live stream, try it on YouTube, see how it goes. Not sure. I'm totally comfortable with Facebook platform. Not sure about YouTube live stream, so I don't know. This is new. So I just wanted to say hello and connect with you like a normal Bridgette, normal person. So to do that first, and then in the future, it would be so much fun to do some channeling live, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh, it'd be so cool. All right, so let me just take a peek and say hello to some of you. Is Prince with you? No, I don't know. I haven't seen him today, actually. He hasn't actually been around today specifically. Freddie has a really bold personality, and he and I have been hanging out a lot. I've also been hanging out a lot with Marilyn Monroe in January. Built a really strong connection with her, so she's been around a lot. David Bowie is around, but he's not super always in my face either. They kind of go in stages. They kind of take turns, I think, being the front person, the front man, the front woman, whoever. But you guys, I also channel constantly. So, but I only channel when I'm in the mood to channel. So I channel constantly, meaning I make time every week in my private session schedule to do channeling. And the thing is, though, is if I'm not in the mood to channel, I don't channel. If I don't feel inspired, I'm not going to do it. Why would I try to do this? Why should this be hard work? And oh, it's so hard to talk to famous dead people. Oh, feel so bad for me. No, I will only do it when I'm inspired to do it. And that's why, even though you guys make really great recommendations and comments, unless I feel really drawn to that person in the afterlife or curious about them, or all of a sudden they kind of what I refer to as light up for me, like, oh, channel this person, I won't do it. I really honor my own intuition. And besides, there are tons of psychics and channel people and mediums and stuff that are on YouTube that you guys can Google and search and find that would do lots of different people that maybe I haven't done yet or just haven't felt drawn to do. And that's totally okay. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not like in competition with anybody or anything like that. There's plenty of dead people to talk to and plenty of different conversations to be had. So it's totally fine. All right. So Prince, oh yes. Okay. So let's see who else we've got here. Hello. You guys are laughing at me. That's okay. Laugh with me, okay? Ooh, happy Valentine's Day back to you. Thank you. See, I'm excited you chose Selena. Oh, thank you, you guys. I think it's a really good idea to get a broader representation too of famous afterlife celebrities, right? There are a lot of wonderful spirits from the afterlife that have contributed even during their short lifetime. Even people and celebrities and such, former people, let's say that, the former people that are not so well known are fantastic to interview because why? Like, what's the whole point, you guys? To talk to dead people. It's not just curiosity. It's not just entertainment. The whole point, from my perspective, is for us to learn and grow as people. And dead people give great advice. They truly do. If we listen, they have a unique perspective. And when they're famous, we are more apt to pay attention. And it's been really fun. I feel like I've met a lot of famous people. In the afterlife, it's so much less intimidating than in human life. So, like, if I met celebrities in human life, I might sound like a ding dong because I'd be like, oh, they're too famous. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to meet them. Like, oh, I don't know how I would be. You know, like if I met Oprah or somebody, I'd be like, oh, what do I say? You know, tongue-tied probably. I don't know. All right. So tell me who your favorites are, you guys. Oh, Karen Carpenter. Oh, yeah, she was a sweet one. I have a Karen Carpenter story. There's a song, I don't know the name of it, that reminds me of my dad. And so that's the link that I have to Karen Carpenter. I remember being super little in the big, huge old Impala with the big back seat where you just kind of, when you go around the corner, especially in Minnesota winters, you slide across the seat. You guys remember that? You slow, because it's like all plasticky vinyl. Big, huge gray Impala, 2 doors. I'm a little kid, no seatbelt, sliding across the seat. And it's like, Karen Carpenter's always on the radio, it seemed like. And so at that, her music, especially the, on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled, I think it's moon dust in your hair and silver starlight in your eyes of blue, I think. Don't quote me. I'm not good at that. Somebody put it in the chat so it's exact, okay? So I don't offend the fans of Karen Carpenter. But that song, I will literally hear that line of that song, and it's like a hi from my dad from heaven. It's like a hello, hi honey from heaven. It's like my dad just saying, thank you. And it's ever so sweet, just thank you. So beautiful. So that's why she's really special to me. Plus, I love her Christmas song, and her voice is incredible. Plus, I think that dealing with anorexia and having eating disorders and things is something that should be something that we bring forward, because there's other people that suffer with and deal with life in those with those filters on, not just body image stuff, but just a way to control the way they're feeling. Food is one of those things. It's not just an addiction, it's like a drug and a way to control or try to have some kind of order. And so I think that eating disorder, the concepts of eating disorders, or the real issues and the diseases of eating disorders is something that was important to bring forward as well. I think she did that with her story share. So I think that's important as well. Martin Luther King. Oh, thank you. You enjoyed that one. Good. Thank you. Tom Petty. Oh, I see a Tom Petty one. Thank you. I still have to do Roy Orbison. I know that they were like buddies or part of a band together, and he's on my list, you guys. But you guys have any idea how my list is? It looks like an old-fashioned scroll. It's like miles long right now. But something will happen, and boom, all of a sudden that energy will be right at the top of the list. So. Jeff Buckley. The name kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure who it is. I apologize. I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, I discovered the channel for George Michael. Yes, you guys, see, I love UK. I love Fritz. I'm wondering if I did a past life over there. Probably a few, huh? I would love to go. Seriously, you guys. I would love to go. George Michael, yes, and he is a beautiful spirit. So he's very sweet. He seems really soft-spoken and quiet, but he can be really fun. I feel like he likes small groups or more intimate connections and conversations with people. He likes real people. That's how he feels to me. He's quite lovely. He's a lovely man. I haven't channeled him for a while, though. I'm sure he'll come back around, and we'll have to talk to him again. I shouldn't say that. I did channel him right around Christmas because that's the anniversary of his transition into the afterlife. So remember, George Michael has a playlist here at Above Life channel, and you can see that. I don't do playlists for everyone, but I start playlists when it feels like there's a lot of momentum and I'm going to do more. I try to be organized, you guys. Try to do the best I can. Somebody else. Oh, Elvis Presley. Yes, you know what? I have to tell you this. I have a story about Elvis, too. So I had a client I talked to last night from Tennessee, and she spent Christmas in Graceland, at Graceland. Like, that's what she did for the holiday. And I thought, what a cool thing. And she talked to me about some of the similarities between Elvis Presley and Prince. And I actually have done a video about that before, and I think it's on the Prince playlist, but it might be on the Elvis playlist. But there are a lot of similarities between Elvis and Prince. Fascinating, very interesting. So if you're interested in either one of those men, go ahead and take a look at the playlist. I'm sure that they're hooked up on there. Okay, some of these people, I don't know who they are, you guys. So, and that's okay. Amelia Earhart, somebody mentioned, which is a great idea. I commented on that. That is a fact. I'm all about role models and leadership and empowering women. Oh, I'm such a fierce stand for that. Women's empowerment and inspiring people so that we can be who we were created to be, like fully embody that power, right? So Amelia Earhart's fascinating. That's a really good one. A little bit serious, which is fine. But a good one. Not one I wanted to choose for today, but so good. Thank you for that request. That was a great one. Great one. I don't know that she was on my list either. Oh, Canadian singer. Okay, thank you. Not Amelia Earhart. Sorry. I forget. You guys are. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Greetings from Poland. Hello. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Again, you guys, if I'm not looking right at the camera, I apologize. I'm learning how to use this system here. Huge Elvis fan. All right. Okay. Just got here. Hello. It's okay. It's no big deal. We're just saying hello. I'm not doing anything fabulous, you guys. There's no magic working here. This is just real life, hanging out in the kitchen. But I do have roses. We can all share this one. Roses. Okay, and then I also have cheesy Valentine hearts that I got in the mail, which are great. Thank you. The friend that sent these to me. One for each of my babies, my kids. All right, and they're not such babies anymore. All right, let's see. Okay, so you guys, let's talk about, David Cassidy. Yes, David Cassidy and Davy Jones, those two. Both are on my list. They've been on my list for a while. It's so hard to say it. You guys, I hate it when I say that to you. Hey, they're on my list, because you have no idea. My list is super, super long. I mentioned like a big scroll, because although I try to make time to channel every week, and sometimes I go in spurts. Like with Freddie, we did like 3 yesterday and 1 on Monday. So I have like 4 with just him. I also want to have variety and have other people as well, of course. And so at the same time, every week I share a new video every Monday. And sometimes I do it Sunday if I know I'm going to be busy on Monday. I try to do it Sunday so you don't have to wait all day Monday, because everybody wants to start the week with something cool, different, inspiring. I do. I want this to be like your coffee, so I want to give you at least 1 video. Usually I do 2 videos a week. But that said, there's a lot of people that I interview, or not even interview, that's not the right word, but I have conversation with in the afterlife, and I try to mix it up and also keep it interesting, because like if I do Amelia Earhart, not everybody's going to be all about her. So that week might seem kind of dull to some people. So I want to mix it up and maybe add like a Bowie or a Prince or a Robin Williams, that kind of thing. So I try to kind of do that. I used to try to do themes, you guys, and be like, okay, so I'm going to have these people here and then now I'm like, you guys don't care about that. You just want the interesting afterlife celebrities and the conversations that I'm deeply moved by, or that I feel have a profound impact for us to learn from. One of the ones that I remember that will always stand out to me is my conversation with Carrie Fisher. She was awesome. She is somebody I would have totally hung out with. Like she and I would have been friends, like in life, if she wasn't like a stage person and all that. But she had some really powerful messages for people, and I thought that was awesome. That's something that kind of stands out in my mind. And that was earlier on, I've only been doing this since May 2018 at Above Life Channel. We've only been here, I think, May. It might have been the end of April. I think it was May, though, last year, just in spring. So it hasn't really been all that long. But we've talked to a lot of different people. And so, of course, I have favorites. Do you have favorites? Do you have friends that you like to hang out with all the time because they're awesome? Yeah, and you kind of go in spurts, right? Me too. And so that's kind of how it's been in the afterlife. Always Prince. I always have a sort of a bond with him, because I think this is how Above Life Channel came to be, because of the encouragement of him. Like I started seeing other famous afterlife people. I started recording it just on my audio recorder, and I'm like, I need to share this, because all the energy that has been shared with all my Prince channeling for a couple of years now entering the 3rd year, is I've gotten so much positive response and feedback from people, and how it's helped them so much in their own grief processes and helping them to heal their own lives and getting inspired, that those messages were so helpful to people and really made a difference. I thought I need to do this for other people as well. So that's how it kind of opened up. And so, of course, I picked people that I'm interested in talking to. I'm going to talk to the people that I want to talk to in the afterlife, So, of course, I have favorites. Of course I do. And especially like right now, Freddie Mercury is really one of those people that's, because everyone is thinking about him, or he's in the conscious awareness of the community as a whole. Even if you aren't a fan, that's totally fine. You don't have to be a fan, but you're aware of it, right? It's like kind of around. And so because of that, it raises momentum. And so the momentum and the energy kind of builds around it. So it's easy to connect in. It's so much easier to connect in. That's kind of been the experience that I had. And Marilyn Monroe was just something that it's hard for me to explain. I channeled her last year in June, and I blew her off for like 3 weeks, and she was not very happy with me, because apparently the reason why she showed up was because she had a birthday coming up. And by the time I recorded the video, if you look at Marilyn Monroe's playlist, it was after her birthday. So I missed it. I totally missed it. I was like, oh, sorry, oops, kind of thing. And then I hadn't talked to her for a while, and then all of a sudden, she came into my awareness. And then I got really connected to her, like really interested in her story and the many faces of her as a person, a real person, not just a celebrity. And so that's a piece I think that's really interesting to me, is the humanity of people from the afterlife. How fascinating is it? How ironic is it that we can learn so much about human life from afterlife spirits? So once they're dead, they have all of a sudden this unique perspective because they have the spiritual view, which is such an ascended high level overview, like the penthouse view, truly, the 360-degree view of everything, looking back on their life and seeing us then functioning and working as individual humans, but connected to our society, our communities, and our global society as well. It's just fascinating. And then they can also step into their old wardrobe, so to speak, and reflect kind of the contrast of what it was like as a person and what happened to them as a person, and recall what they were feeling and how they were looking at the situation. And now then in the afterlife, they have this bigger view, broader context, and they recognize, I believe, that energy of spirit as one source, one energetic vibration is all about love and everything that is connected to it, like peace, inspiration, hope, this positive energy. And so because of that, that's the goal. It's a common goal with afterlife. Celebrities, people, spirits, there's this collective kind of a purpose in sharing then about their human life, is to give you that understanding so we can relate, you and I as human, because we're human people, we don't relate to this, we relate to this, right? So it gives us the opportunity to understand, but also then they have this higher level guide, like advice, guidance, powerful, profound views of things that give us insights, little insights into ourselves, individuals, you and I as an individual person. You know, we might hear the same video and get totally different energy from it, maybe healing medicine, or we might get a perspective that we never thought about before. And because of that, all of a sudden we have this huge energy of compassion that comes up within us, and then it releases, that compassion energy escapes, and we actually feel it. Oh my gosh, we all feel compassion for ourselves in that moment, you know? You feel it, and it gives you something, you know? And it's intimate, it's individual, and it's an energy thing, you know? That's what I feel. So. All right, so get off my Above Life channel soapbox. I said I wasn't going to be on here very long. I think I've been on here for a while, you guys. I want to make sure I get at some of the, I have been, oh my goodness. I've been at some of your comments. Okay, I'm going to answer this one. I usually, if I don't want to answer something, you probably notice on the comments, I just kind of go right by it. But I am going to answer this question. I have been asked multiple times to channel people, former people, who were involved in things that are difficult to feel. If one of the ways you connect with afterlife, or heck, even human life, is through sensing. The clairsentient channel of sensing and feeling is a tough channel if you are going to channel people who were murdered. So I'm just going to say straight out, I'm not going to channel. I have no plans to channel people who have been brutally murdered. Someone just recommended, they keep recommending that I channel Sharon Tate. And at this point, I cannot do that. But you can ask another psychic or medium. I'm sure that they would be happy to do that and connect. And I understand that she has a story, I'm sure, to share. And I understand that. And I know she was a victim. And I'm not degrading that in any way, or her acting career or anything. I'm not disrespecting her. I'm just saying, you guys, it's really hard for me to connect with situations that are tragic, which is why I'm not going to channel River Phoenix again either. Because some of his community, if you read some of the comments on the River Phoenix channel, they're intense, you guys. And it literally feels like somebody's coming at me with pitchforks, stabbing me in the chest. And I don't really like that feeling. And so I don't want to relive or feel any of that. And there are other psychics, channels, and mediums that can connect in different ways than I do. But for me, I am about the love and the energy. And so this is a part of who I am, is feeling, not just clairvoyantly seeing the spirit and or clairaudiently hearing them and having conversation with them. But oh my God, when Freddie Mercury just comes in, the price gave me a hug, like, oh, let me give you a hug. I'm like, okay. He's like squeezing me up from the side. All right, thank you. Like, let me help you feel better, he says. I'm like, okay. Yeah, Rick is sensitive. He's like, she's sweet. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking up for me. So that's why, you guys. And I know everybody has their favorites and really wants to hear from a lot of different kinds of folks. But I actually did a video about that about 2 weeks ago, but I haven't shared it yet, about unsolved cases and murders and that kind of thing, and why I don't really work in that area. Or it's a choice. It's a choice. Like all social workers, they don't work in child protection. You know, all nurses, they don't work in the geriatric ward only. You know, they work in other specialty areas and skill sets, right? And that's how I feel that. And like teachers too. High school teacher doesn't teach kindergarten, you know, that kind of thing. So, all right, that's enough analogies and metaphors. Boring. All right, next thing. Oh, Shirley Temple, that's a good one too. That's a good one too. She's on my list too. She's also on my list. So, you know. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Somebody Robinson, Bill Robinson. Sorry, Sarah, I'm not sure who that is. No, I won't channel. At this point, I will not channel Sharon Tate, and no, I will not. I have no plans right now to channel Nicole Brown Simpson. So, like I said, I'm sure there's lots of other channels that will do that, but that's not my focus. Inspire you and fill you with hope. That kind of seems intense. I don't want to do that. Those people right now. So. I don't mind you asking, though, you guys. I'm not offended when you ask. It's okay. You should ask. So. Anna Nicole Smith, yes. Yes. And she's fast approaching the top of my list. Yes. I'm getting more interested in her. Before I was not. After spending a lot of time with Marilyn Monroe, I can understand how Anna Nicole really loved her and actually lived at her house at one point. Did you know that? Oh, my gosh. When I was communing with Marilyn, which you'll see other videos about her coming because I've talked with her so much, that I was curious about her house. So I did a meditation to connect with Marilyn Monroe. I recorded it, so I'm going to share it with people. My husband has to do the thumbnail. That's why I haven't shared it. And I don't want to get on his case either because he's totally fine. But I also am not sure how to share those kinds of things because I can do, I can record visualizations to help you meet afterlife celebrities. I can do that. That's totally one of my things. I've done that with Prince fans forever. So I did it with Marilyn. Haven't shared it yet, but I did it with her. And when I did that, I saw like this house. And so then I was so curious. My brain is going, I wonder where she lived. And apparently she owned her first house right, at the time of her death, just moved in that year, I think, or the year before. And it was a Spanish-style house, and I was so fascinated with it. And so I watched, I guess it was on the market a few years ago, and so I watched like the showing of the house. And like when it was on the market and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I was totally here. This is where I was seeing when I was doing the meditation to meet her. I'm like, we were sitting on her back patio area. I'm like, oh my God, I've been here etherically. I didn't even know this place existed. And so it was awesome. And so that was super cool. But when I did that, I heard there was a story that they actually said that Anna Nicole Smith for a time had rented the place or lived there. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. So she's come up a few times. So yes, Anna Nicole, she's on my list. Some of you guys are asking about people I've already channeled. I have already channeled Corey Haim, and he's listed. He's kind of in that circle of River Phoenix fans who really like him. So, of course, I did him, Corey Haim, and I know he's from Canada. I did that as well. Oh, Annette Funicello, yes, and Annette and Frankie, wouldn't it be fabulous? I think I have to do them together. And also Christopher Reeves is another one I want to do. I think that would be fabulous. You guys, I wish I had all the time in the world to just do this, like all the time, every day. I would have so much to share. But yes, all of those. Yes, you guys. Yes. Yes, Christopher. Oh, and then somebody else just posted that. Okay, good. So I said that, and then you posted it in the chat. Yay. Okay, good. All right, you guys. Oh, Lisa Left Eye from TLC. Yeah, that would be a good one too. You're right. She would. Yes, indeed, she would. Fred Astaire. Yeah, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. They would be good. I'm actually, my eyes on Lucille Ball right now. That was another fantastic recommendation. And I know I had thought about it before. And I think she's on one of my lists, but she's rising to the top quickly. And so whoever, many of you requested her, she's coming. I'm totally going to channel her. I thought about doing her live, actually. Wouldn't that be fun? Grace Kelly. Interesting story about her. I actually have connected with a person that had shared or had a past life as her. So I have met her. So in human form now and whatever. It was so cool. It was so cool. It was in a session, and oh my gosh, it was just fabulous. Anyway, so yeah, she would be, yeah, Princess Grace of Monaco, right? Beautiful too, right? Beautiful. I love Lucy. Me too. And she was strong. Let me just tell you, she's got more grit, I think, than people realize. She wasn't just a funny person. She was very serious. And I honestly don't know if I could be friends with her. She was kind of intense. But I would like to channel her and give her the credit that she is due for sure ahead of her time. Joan Rivers. I already channeled her. I just haven't shared her with you guys. Because why? Because how do you just randomly share Joan Rivers or Sylvia Brown? Already people I've channeled, haven't shared them. Because I'm like, where do you just fit those guys in? You know, where do you just squeeze them right in next to Martin Luther King and JFK or Freddie Mercury, Marilyn Monroe? Maybe. So they're coming, yes. And Joan was a great channel. She was a great channel. Actually, Joan and Lucille Ball, that might be okay, huh? Might be okay. Or maybe Johnny Carson would be good too. Michael Landon, yes. Little House on the Prairie dad. That's how I know him. Yes, he would be good. Quite frankly, I'm not sure how long I would talk to him for, though. Like, he seems like kind of a shorter channel. But yes, he's on my list, and so thank you for asking. Plus, he's not like super volatile. He feels really mellow to me and smart. Smart, mellow, and caring. There you go. I know I say nice things about dead people all the time because why would I channel somebody that I don't want to say nice things about? Like, why? Why would you talk to somebody you don't like? Kind of a thing, right? Although I'm not opposed, I try to keep an open mind and not be too judgy, but I have an ego mind. I'm a human, for God's sakes. Of course I'm a person. So I have opinions too. So I try to be really nice about him, but sometimes I'm not. Human. Paul Newman. Oh, great salad dressing. Yes, I'm just kidding. Of course, yes. He could be on the list too, but again, I'm not super drawn to him right now, so it'd have to be kind of something that evolves over time. Betty Davis, yes. She's on my list. Barry Hickman, I don't know about. I don't really feel a lot of vibes around him. Oh, In Excess lead singer. Thank you for telling me who Michael Hutchins is. I was like, I saw that a couple times. I'm like, who's that? I loved In Excess. I'm going to date myself, but that's okay. All right, Grace Kelly, yes. James Dunn? James Dean, I know. That's another one that's kind of up there because he gets requested a lot and he's fantastic. And I got to be honest, you know how James Dean feels like? You know what James Dean feels like to me, you guys? A little bit, just a little. And if you watched my funny psychic boyfriends video, my husband did that. He thinks he's so funny. And I was like, this is awkward to me, honey, to watch this. But he's like, people are going to think it's funny. I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't realize I gushed so much about dead people, but remember they were people, they had bodies, and you admire nice looking human bodies. And so James Dean feels like the way he looks and stuff, Paul Walker to me. A little bit different generations. They both liked the cars, but they kind of do you feel that vibe a little bit? Little bit similar. So yeah, James Dean should be somebody I should put on my list. Joe DiMaggio, oh my God, you're right. You're so right. I usually don't do sportsy people. I just haven't. Why? I don't really watch sports, but yes, he might be an interesting conversation. We could ask him. I think he might be a little more private about his relationship with Marilyn, but I know he loved her very much. I know that. Oh, Joanne Woodward, yes, that's a good one too. Rickman, not sure. Jim Morrison, I know you guys, I know. If I really get into the rock star scene, maybe I can do that. John Candy, yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Jim Belushi, John Candy, thank you for those recommendations. I saw them. See, I'm telling you guys, I try to read the comments. I only try to do it like once a week though, because sometimes it gets to be overwhelming, you know, there's too much stuff on there. Buddy Holly did that, channeled him. I need to go there. You guys, I only live like 3 hours from the crash site. Remember when I did the 3, Buddy Holly, Big Bopper, and Richie Valens? I did the 3 of them together. And I wanted to this summer go out there, but I got 4 kids, you guys. I was driving one kid to soccer all the time, and the other kid, the bigger kids, the other one, we were looking at colleges. So I was really busy on the weekends too. So we didn't have a chance to do that, but I would like to do that. It's on my I want to do list and go see the surf ballroom. Hopefully, I'm doing a lot of traveling this summer already for work, for business, for myself. So, but I'd like to. It's only like 3 hours away, so hopefully. Janice Joplin, yes, that's an excellent recommendation. Same with Joni Mitchell. Who is Sal Mineo? Mineo, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude by not knowing people, you guys. People think I live under a rock, I swear to God. But you know what? I just live a life, like a normal human life. So I'm busy sometimes with other things besides this. I know it's hard to believe, I'm not on YouTube all the time. But, so I don't know who that is. Sal? Who's Sal? Can somebody tell me? Chris Farley, yeah. You know what? We should do like a whole comedian thing, right? Oh, here's another good question. Heath Ledger, yes, he's on my list. Thank you. He's been on my list for a while. I just haven't got to that point yet. Again, a little more serious of a topic. But, I should respond to this question as well. I am sometimes asked to channel people who have religious affiliations, and like goddesses, deities, saints, angels, that kind of thing. And for the most part, I'm not going to do that at Above Life channel. I do that in my private session work. If I offer a class about how to connect with angels or something, I'll do that. Or in my private group, I do this month in February is Divine Feminine Month. So I'm channeling goddesses like Isis and Parvati, and I did Mother Mary and Saint and non-religion affiliations, so like a multicultural, multi-secular, all that kind of stuff. So like I don't always distinguish between the different associations or affiliations that they have. So it's kind of tricky. I want to make sure that when I do Above Life channeling, we're talking, and those beautiful representatives historically in time offer a beautiful energy and a place and deserve to be channeled. It's not that I don't think I feel that way or feel other than that. However, Above Life channel, the you're celebrities, you guys. This is the place to connect with afterlife famous people that will recognize. Okay. So, but thank you for asking. I think that's totally fine to ask. I have channeled, I think I've channeled Mother Teresa, but not in this form. Rodney Dangerfield. Oh my gosh, you guys. Rodney Dangerfield, Chris Farley. Oh my gosh, all those guys together would be fun, wouldn't they? I don't know how I could keep up with them all though. Bob Hope, yes, indeed. That would be a good one. Always ready. Oh, I know. He's so sweet, isn't he? He's so sweet. All right, you guys. So this is Bridgette with Above Life channel. We're going to wrap this live stream up. This is my first one on YouTube. So if you are just joining or you're watching after the fact, hey, have a wonderful day filled with love. You don't have to watch on Valentine's Day to appreciate that vibrational energy. Sending you lots of positive energy today. I hope you're doing well wherever you're at in the world. Remember, the purpose of Above Life channel is always to inspire your spirit and to fill you up with hope, because this is your life. So make it. So, thank you guys for watching, for joining us this live stream. I appreciate you so much. See, I pay attention to the comments and who's watching. I do appreciate it. I look forward to doing more of these in the future and in different ways. Would it be fun to do a channeling live? Yes, indeed it would. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. This was fun.